Alright guys, so on this guitar, a little Epiphone special. We're going to do a pickup change out. So my customer brought it in, and this is the pickup that he wants to put in there. And I do see a little signature right there. And maybe you guys can help me see what that says right there. But right there, there's a little signature. But this is the pickup that he wants in here. It's just a 2-wire pickup. Oh, look, there's that signature right there again on the back. I don't know if you guys can read that. But this is what's going in this guitar today. And I'm just going to remove the strings. Go ahead and turn my soldering iron on. And let me just cut these out of here. So this guy bought himself a cheap guitar. I think he told me that his brother bought this for him. And as a joke, but you know what? This guy, his name's Dan. Dan loves this guitar. And so it's just proof that you don't have to necessarily have one of those really expensive guitars to love. I mean, this is a little Epiphone special model with P90s. And yeah, my customer, he loves this thing. He didn't buy it for me, but again, his brother bought it for him. And he likes it, so he's doing some simple modifications to it, and I think putting this pickup in here is one of those simple things that the average guy can do. And I'm talking about myself being that average guy. So looking in here, it's packed in there pretty tight. Does have an orange drop capacitor. Yeah, it doesn't give you much room to work. But for some reason, I'm thinking that it's the blue one. So let's go back around on this side and lift this pickup out of here and see. Indeed, it is the blue one. Alright, so I just called my customer. I was very interested to see what kind of pickup this was. And this is Dylan Talks Tone. So we've all watched his channel, and this is one of his pickups. So, and they run about $100. Dylan Talks Tone, YouTuber. That's what we're putting in this pickup. I mean, that signature there, it kind of looked like that, right? So that looks like his signature right there. And sure enough, Dylan Talks Tone, the YouTuber. I kind of had a feeling that that was his signature, but I wasn't 100% sure. There we go. Okay. So just a 2-wire. Now we should be able to just lift her straight out of there. Okay. There it is, an Epiphone pickup. It's grounded there. Stamped B for bridge. And then Dylan Talks Tone. You guys can find his channel very easily. He knows a lot about pickups. Okay, so let's plug this thing in, turn it up. It's in there. All right. So Dylan Talks Tone. All you guys check out his channel. I know you probably have already been doing that. So now I just have to get in here and clean this mess up a little bit. Little zip tie on there. And then let me just snip the end of that off. Okay. Looking good. A little bit of Music Nomad F1 oil on here. Today's string choice. Okay, here it is. Ernie Ball regular slinky. 10 gauge strings. Our low E string is a 46 gauge. So this gets top wrapped. So on this one, I'm going to put all 6 of the strings through this bridge. I think I can just set it right here. I think I'll just set it right there. It'll stay. Stay there, baby. It's not going to. Then our A string is a 36 gauge. Then we have a 26 for our D string. Our G string is 17 gauge. B string is a 13. Okay, there we go. And then our high E string is a 10 gauge. Okay, so you put them all in here first like that, because this is a wraparound bridge. Put it back into its position there, and then you have to lift it up and over, and then in to the tuner. Okay guys, so I got it all tuned up, and I'm just doing my little practice amp that I have here under my workbench. So it's not going to be your best sound ever. It's all scratchy and everything. Here we go. Alright, so this is that neck position that was already in the guitar. So I have no idea what this pickup is right here. Here is in the center position. Okay, now here's the new pickup that I just put in. Again, it's from Dylan Talks Tone. I have no idea. I'm sorry. This it came in. It's a customer's guitar. I did no research on this. I didn't even know what brand it was until halfway through the video I called my customer and said, "Hey man, what is this pickup?" And he told me it's from Dylan Talks Tone. That's all I know about this pickup. But here we go. Here's a little listen. Okay, so right off the bat, it seems like it's matched nicely as far as the volume, the overall volume. It's maybe just a little bit quieter and it's a little thinner sounding, but of course it's the bridge pickup, so that's pretty normal. Well, it's in there. Don't take this video to try to judge anything about the Dylan Talks Tone pickup. Don't do anything like that. Don't do my word for it, because I'm just sitting here again playing through a little PV amp that's under my workbench. But there you guys got it. It is in there. I'll leave a link in the description below on how you can get over to his channel. Okay, part of Guitar Setup Saturday. I've got a Squire 2 E9 serial number, made in Korea. And let me plug it in. We just got a little bit of static in the volume. So I think I'm going to take the back plate off, and I'm just going to spray a little electronics cleaner in there, and then just retune it, so quick and easy. Guitars that haven't been played in a while, like this one, they get some dust in them. This is in really, really nice condition. This guitar is for sale. And it sort of has this antique white with a little pearl in the color. Beautiful, beautiful guitar. And it's a Squire 2. So I think that would be from the 1980s. Alright, so let's just get in here, and I got my safety glasses on. And I'm just going to give all three of these a quick squirt. Okay? And then we'll just work them back and forth a little bit. Okay. Gonna go right ahead and put the back plate back on. And again, it happens a lot when a guitar has just been sitting around. Gets dust in there. Especially out here in Arizona where it's very dusty. Don't know how long this guitar has been in Arizona. But yeah, it got a little bit of dust in there. Alright, let's go ahead and plug it back in. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully this will have solved that problem. Okay, I'm going to call that a win. Let's just move on to the next guitar. Okay guys, so on the bench today, it needs a little bit of cleanup work. This is an Epiphone Les Paul, and this is a Studio LT, so I think that just pretty much means that it's lightweight. But the condition of this fretboard is pretty rough. You can see a lot of dirt and a lot of just a really dry fingerboard. And now, you know, I test my strings by just kind of rubbing your fingers underneath here like this and seeing if there's any dirt underneath there. And I think this guitar was restrung when it came in. So I'm just going to condition the fretboard on this one. So here's what I'm going to try to do on this thing. Without taking the strings off of here, I'm just going to see if I can pull the bridge off and leave the strings through it, just so I can get in here and clean this fretboard. So, you know, just to make sure that everything in the store looks nice. I mean, they're used guitars, and you have to keep them in, you know, and you have to showcase them in good condition. And if it just takes me a few minutes to clean this thing up, because again, let me show you guys this fretboard right here. I mean, that's pretty rough, right? So, let's clean this thing. Okay. I'm just going to try to keep these strings out of the way there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a ton. Well, this F1 oil, it goes a long way. So I don't necessarily think I need to put a ton of it on. But I'm going to put a lot on. Okay. And then with a paper towel, spread it on. Now I have just used my finger to spread this stuff on there. You know, but, or you could use a shop rag or something. But you just get this stuff on here and let it soak in a little bit. And it's going to help me sell this guitar. I don't have a price tag on it. but I think this is on the used side. This is the $150 to maybe $200 guitar. It's a set neck, so maybe it's $2 to $250. I'll have to kind of look them up. And some of you guys are like, hey man, just put new strings on it. Yeah, I know. But these strings feel good. And a lot of guys, when they buy a guitar, they like to go home and put their own set of brand new strings on it, the gauge that they like. And sometimes if a guy buys a guitar from me, I'll go ahead and I will say, hey man, what gauge do you play? What kind of strings you like? And I'll even throw them a free pack of strings. That's happened a lot, where I'll throw a pack of strings at them. Okay, so that's looking good. I'm going to do this little process right here though, where I take my fret guard and a little bit of 1000 grit sandpaper. I'm just going to go along these frets. A couple swipes on these frets. Just to shine it up a little bit. And a lot of times this is one of those guitars that, you know, I put out on the showroom floor. And I have so many guitars in my store. I'm out of guitar hangers and I'm out of space for them. So sometimes I'll hang one out in the showroom. And before it's completely ready, which is a mistake. But then when I have a little extra free time and just looking at them and going around, I will... I'll eventually find some time to clean them up and spend a couple of minutes with them to make sure that they're ready to be sold. If you have a used guitar shop and you don't clean all your your guitars and don't clean your gear, it gives you a bad reputation. So it's looking better. A few more shots of it. Because this one is extremely dry. Okay, so let's take a look and see how that fretboard looks now. The frets look nice and shined up. Doesn't look like I have any fret wear on the first 3 frets. Usually right here in the cowboy chords is where you get a lot of that fret wear. Guy just came in and asked me if I had any accordions. I have a lot of Spanish. Living in Phoenix, a lot of Spanish guys come in. But no, I don't have any accordions. I giggle a little bit at them and I say no. Alright. Since it's on the bench, let's test the electronics. Okay. The amp is on. Oh, we got a little input jack difficulties. Okay. let's take a look at that. So a lot of times these come unsoldered, but it was working, so I think I just need to make a little adjustment in there so that the cable is making good contact. Let me see, let me bring the camera up just a bit. There we go. It's getting close to closing time. It's on a Monday. What is it, November 7th, 2022. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, let's take a look at this. So yeah, the wires look like they are installed properly. Snug that down a little bit right there. Actually gonna, sorry about my shoulder. Actually going to bend this in a little tiny bit. If I can. There we go. And then let's see. Yeah, so the one wire was kind of looked like it might be getting in the way when you put your cable in. So this is the output jack. Some guys call it the input jack, but it's actually the output jack. And if I say input jack, I know a lot of you guys in the comments will be like, bro, that's the output jack. Okay, let's see what happens here. Better. Okay. Throw these other two screws in here. Yeah, if you guys are this far into the video, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, so... Yeah, so there it is, an Epiphone Studio LT. I believe that stands for a studio light. Guys, leave it in the comments what these things go for used. And thank you for watching.